This is video about laboratory diagnosis of Neisseria meningitis. It is also known as meningococcus. It is gram-negative diplococci. They are gram-negative and also capsulated, but the 16% of the isolated bacteria are non-capsulated. Neisseria meningitis are non-motile. That's why I am showing it in a box that they cannot move. They are oxidase positive and catalase positive, so they can produce oxidase and catalase. They ferment glucose and maltose. They are obligate aerobe. It means they need oxygen to grow, otherwise they cannot survive. Laboratory diagnosis of N meningitis or meningococcus have mainly 6 methods. First method is specimen collection. Second is CSF examination. Third is biochemical test for identification. Fourth is serogrouping. Fifth is serology. And the last method, sixth, is molecular diagnosis. We will study in detail about these methods. First method is specimen collection. In this method, we mainly include 5 specimens, which are cerebrospinal fluid, blood, nasopharyngeal swab, pus, and skin scraping. As we know that Neisseria meningitis cause meningitis, so we have to take the CSF as a specimen because it causes meningitis. Now this CSF should not be refrigerated. Why? Because this meningococcus may die in lower temperature. Now blood. We take blood most commonly as specimen if there is fever. Now this blood specimen should be immediately injected to blood culture bottles like brain heart infusion broth and then again subcultured into the blood agar. Now these 3 specimens should be carried in the transport media. What is transport media? Transport media is media used for the transportation of delicate microorganism or there is suspected delay to reach laboratory for the diagnosis. So this is the transport media, and mainly microorganism does not grow but they stay viable. And here for meningococcus, transport media is used is Stewart's medium, and then it is also inoculated in the Thayer-Martin medium or New York City medium. This is very important. Thayer-Martin medium or the New York City medium. It is mainly a sheep blood agar with the antimicrobial which inhibit the other bacteria and maximize Neisseria growth. So with the blood specimen, we injected it into BHIP and then subculture it in blood agar, and all these specimens are inoculated in the Thayer-Martin's medium. Now what about CSF? So CSF have different method which is named as CSF examination. This CSF examination is important. These have 3 portions. First portion, second portion and third portion. Let's talk about first portion. The first portion of CSF is centrifuged, and as we know, after centrifugation we will found supernatant and sediment. The liquid lying above a solid residue after centrifugation is known as supernatant. We use supernatant for capsular antigen detection and the biochemical analysis. We do this capsular antigen detection by latex agglutination test. Now what is latex agglutination test? So latex agglutination test means there are latex particles which are carrier for the antibody. So the drop of latex particle with the antibody is added with the drop of patient serum which contains antigen, and this latex agglutination test is mainly done on the black card paper, and after mixing these 2 drops, if there is clumping formation, then it is positive because they will produce antigen antibody reaction and form the clots. Now the biochemical analysis, there will be increased protein content and decreased glucose. Sediment means which matter that settle at bottom, they will use for the diagram staining. As we know that Neisseria meningitis is gram-negative diplococci, it will show lens-shaped or half-moon shaped. So again, Neisseria meningitis are gram-negative diplococci. Never forget this. Now the second and the third portion of the CSF examination. As we know that meningococcus is fastidious and also they need oxygen to grow. So they won't grow on basal media, but they will grow on the enriched media. We are using enriched media here. So what is enriched media? Enriched media are the liquid media including inhibitory agent. What? It is liquid media plus inhibitory agent which will selectively allow certain microorganisms to grow and will inhibit others microorganism to grow. I hope enriched media is clear now. For meningococcus, enriched media are used blood agar and chocolate agar. We have to incubate these for 24 to 48 hours at 37 degrees Celsius in presence of 5 to 10% carbon dioxide. So after 24 hours, we will see that there is small colonies. So imagine that this is blood agar, and after inoculating the meningococcus, we will see the grey colored colonies, grey colored small colonies, and no hemolysis. So what we'll see after 24 hours, we will see that there is grey convex round non-hemolytic, and after 48 hours we will see that there is larger colonies and with thin transparent margin and opaque ridged center. Now the third portion is inoculated in the enriched broth. Now what is enriched broth? So enriched broth is different from the media only because it do not contain agar, and these are used for specific assay or for that microorganism which does not grow on solid media. So I hope that enriched media and enriched broth are clear to you. In the third portion of CNF examination, we used enriched broth such as BHI brain heart infusion broth and incubated overnight till the granular turbidity come, and then we will subculture with blood and chocolate agar. The result you know. Now the third method is biochemical test for the identification. Neisseria meningitis mainly have three biochemical tests which include catalase test, oxidase test, and RCUT, rapid carbohydrate utilization test. Meningococcus will give positive catalase test, oxidase positive test. Now in RCUT it ferments glucose and maltose but do not ferment sucrose. Now the fourth method is serogrouping. For the serogrouping of meningococci, we will do SASG, slide agglutination serogrouping. This test is done in which we confirm the identification and serotyping of bacterial colonies grown in the culture by adding specific and appropriate antisera. Now the next method is serology. Serology of Neisseria meningitis of meningococcus. In this serology, we will detect the antibody against the capsular antigen by the ELISA, enzyme linked immunoassay, and we know that this ELISA is important for the detection of antibody. Now these will helpful for the retrospective diagnosis, also to know the response to vaccination, and also helpful for the diagnosis of chronic meningococcemia. For retrospective diagnosis, to know the response of vaccination and chronic meningococcemia. Now the sixth method is molecular diagnosis. Whenever it comes to molecular diagnosis, PCR is very helpful. The common gene targeted here are the CTRA and SODC. CTRA, capsular transport gene, and SODC is copper zinc superoxide dismutase gene. So we do this PCR like PCR real time PCR, which is more sensitive, multiplex PCR and the multiplex real time PCR. These both can be used for the simultaneous detection of common antigens of the pyogenic meningitis. Now the treatment. For the treatment of Neisseria meningitis, drug of choice are third generation cephalosporin such as ceftriaxone and cefotaxamine, and they are given for 7 days, and we can also give penicillin.